Anastasia, we are just live. If you want, you can just turn off your camera and then I will introduce you in a few minutes.
Okay, sorry.
Okay, everyone, welcome to this live webinar, hangout, whatever you want to call it. Today, we're going to talk about learning Russian. Yes, everyone who's coming in, please mute your microphone. You guys will have the chance to be live here on stage with Lukas later during this presentation. First of all, very happy to see that. I see that the first people are arriving here. Let me know in the comments if you can hear me well, if you can see me well, and also let me know where you're from. Always nice to see that we have so many followers from all over the world. Yeah, okay, so today we're going to talk about Russian. Let me know in the comments, by the way. We really read every single one of them, why you want to learn Russian. I mean, here at LanguageBoost, we offer quite a few languages, over, I think, more than 10. But Russian, for some reason, is a very popular language among all of you. I'm not really sure why. I thought that French and Spanish are more the languages that the international community are interested in, but apparently also for Russian. Very happy to see that there is more people sharing the same passion, right? Okay, well, today Lukas is gonna give you guys a presentation, not just a presentation, actually, it's more like a demonstration or a live lesson, live masterclass, whatever you wanna call it. And in this hour, or maybe it's even going to take a little longer, you're going to get a very clear idea about how you can start speaking Russian after 21 lesson hours, or maybe even faster. Actually, we already start speaking from the very first lesson. And you might be thinking, but how is that possible? Russian is a difficult language. The words are long. Pronunciation is difficult. The grammar, of course, can be very overwhelming in the beginning. But today we're going to demonstrate that it's actually possible to speak Russian all the way from the beginning, even with limited vocabulary. Yeah. Today we have also Anastasia here. Anastasia, if you want, feel free to join us, to come live so that we can see your beautiful face. Anastasia actually is running our YouTube channel, LanguageBoost Russian. And if you haven't heard about this channel yet and you're interested in learning Russian, make sure to check it out. Maybe someone, Lukas, maybe someone can help me to put the link in the comments. Anastasia, could you tell us a little bit more about yourself and tell us about the channel LanguageBoost Russian? What do people get there?
Hello, Lucas. Hi, everyone. My name is Anastasia, and I am Russian. I was born here, and I have lived all my life here. So I was born in Siberia, in Irkutsk region, and now I've been living in Moscow for 11 years. My mother was a teacher of Russian language and literature. She worked at school, and I teach foreign languages as well, and Russian too. So I speak more than 10 languages, some of them fluently, some of them like intermediate level. And it's my greatest passion. And of course, I know a lot of different methods, a lot of ways to learn languages. And I'm also a speaker at some polyglot events, and I take part in different conferences.
And you're also the face of LanguageBoost Russian, right? Can you tell us a little bit more about the channel? Yes. What do people get there? What do you do? What can people learn from you?
I wanted to tell how I started to work with Jan, with you and Lukas. So last year I went to Polyglot Gathering. I'm even wearing this T-shirt now. It was in Bratislava, and I saw the guy's presentation, and it impressed me a lot because I also tried to find out the basic words, to make lists and so on. So I felt that we had a lot in common. So I got acquainted with the guys, and first we communicated a lot, discussed different methods of learning languages, of teaching them to our students, and now we have a common project. It's called LanguageBoost Russian. So this is yeah, really. We have a channel on YouTube, and we make video projects. So we started from the first level. It's A1 level for the very beginners, and we provide authentic content in Russian with subtitles both in English and in Russian. And there will be more than 40 videos in the first course. So we publish about 2 videos every week.
Yeah.
And the best thing about it is that there are different topics. I ask simple questions on different topics. And in every second video, I myself answer these questions in a very simple language, like A1 language. I know very well what it is. And in the next video, I ask the same questions, different people, like my friends, students, etc. So there are 8 people, like main heroes, and each of them answer the same questions. And that means that you get 7 or 8 different answers to the same question.
Yeah.
And yeah, you can, yeah, Lucas.
I think Anastasia did a very good job, because you, like, it's not just you, right? I mean, in some of the videos, but it's a very good variation of people. So you hear like different voices, different speed, different way of speaking. And the best thing, I think, is that there are subtitles in English and in Russian. I think, I'm not really sure, but I think it's one of the, maybe it's the only one, or at least one of the very few YouTube channels.
Yes.
For Russian beginners where you get that. So make sure you check it out if you're interested in learning Russian. I suppose you are, otherwise you're not watching this webinar.
Yeah.
Maybe out of curiosity.
And it's just the beginning, because I have already shooted the similar video course for A2 level, for B1, for B2.
It's only the beginning.
Yes, I interview people in the streets. We have dialects, so that will all be like the same. And also you can download transcriptions, both in English and Russian, for free, and an MP3 of every video.
Great, Anastasia, thank you very much. Also for joining us today.
And I wanted to tell one last thing before I pass the word to you. Yeah. Hello, Lucas. Here
Hello.
he is. Yeah. So I work with Lucas on this project, and with Jan, of course. And all this year, more than a year, actually, now I speak with Lukas almost every day, and we use Russian as our working language. And it's so great because it's very easy for me to speak to him, because I really forget that he's a foreigner. I really forget. I don't try to make my language simpler.
He doesn't look very Russian, though.
Yeah, he doesn't. But I can use different proverbs, different sayings, like jargon, and he understands absolutely everything. And in the beginning, I was very surprised. I said, "Oh, I feel at ease. I speak to you as like as a Russian person," and now I got used to it. So for me. When he starts speaking other languages, it's a bit strange. For me, he's like...
You can almost go to the local government hall to get his Russian passport.
Yeah, so, and yeah, he has a great experience of learning this language, and he achieved amazing results. So, it's a pleasure. Thank you. Thank you.
So before you go, I would like to say that we have now 30 people live here watching us. And maybe people have questions. I don't know. Do you have the link? Do you have the YouTube link?
So may I just copy it to the chat, and that's it?
Yeah, I think you can just go to our channel on YouTube, and then you
mean
find
the link? You mean the link for the for Anastasia's channel?
No. I mean, if you go to our channel, Jan and Lukas, LanguageBoost, you will see that people are writing messages on the...
I'll check if it is. Yes.
On the chat.
So it works. Yeah, it works.
Yeah, if you see that, if there is a question, or maybe you can answer. And I would also like to say that unfortunately, it's not possible to copy links. So I cannot paste links on the chat. And I would like to tell you guys one more time that you can download the lesson, the PDF for lesson 1. You will find the link on the description. In about 20 minutes, we'll start lesson 1. I will give a demonstration of how of the method. So if you want to participate with us and not just listen, make sure that you download the materials so that you can follow the lesson. We're starting the lesson in 20 minutes.
Yeah.
So make sure that you download the materials, and the materials you can find on the description of this video.
So for all the people who just arrived and are not really sure what we are doing, today we're going to give you guys an overview about how our method works that will allow you to actually start speaking Russian in 21 hours or less. And as Lukas said, you can get the materials, because it's a little bit boring if you don't have the materials. We're not going to show them on screen here. So make sure that you download the materials so that you can actively participate in this online lesson. The lesson will last for about an hour. We also have live students here, which we are going to introduce to you a little bit later. For now, I think it was enough for me. Yeah, I'm most of the time the guy that uploads videos on this channel. So that's why I'm doing this introduction. But now it's actually time for Lukas to continue. Yeah, most of you guys, I'm sure that you've seen Lukas in our videos before here on YouTube. But for, some of you might not be really sure who this guy is, what languages does he speak, why is he qualified to talk about learning Russian and teach Russian. So Lukas, I would say go for it. The stage is for you.
Before you go, I think some people are also asking questions here on YouTube. I don't know if you can see them.
I will.
For example, here Cesar is asking if it's like Glossica. He says, I know Jan had been using it when he was with Ollie. Maybe you can answer before I start.
Okay, we'll just answer a few questions. Can you read the question, Lukas?
Yeah, it says, is it something like Glossica? I know Jan had been using it when he was with Ollie.
The bootcamp.
Yeah.
Is it something like Glossica? I would say no, but there are definitely things that use the same techniques. For example, spaced repetition. So if you study with Glossica, you use a lot of drills, right? It's a lot of spaced repetition, and that's also one technique that we also use in our bootcamp. I would say that the biggest difference is that the bootcamp, or the Boostcamp, I should say, is more for beginners. So like Glossica, in the beginning, the sentences can be quite tricky if you really are learning a language from scratch. I think the grammar can also be overwhelming. We really start from scratch. So the Boostcamp is really for beginners. We first start teaching you the most important vocabulary, and then we start making combinations with it. And only in a later stage we start introducing grammar rules. It's more for beginners, I would say. But yeah, spaced repetition is also something that we use. I think that's the biggest difference. If you want, Lukas, you can give me another question.
Someone here was also asking if you live in the UK, but maybe you can answer later.
If I live in the UK? No, I don't live in the UK. I live in Belgium. Right now, I'm actually on a holiday for a week. I'm here at the Azores in the middle of the Atlantic. Yeah, just as a small detail, I'm here in my hotel room.
Okay, so my name is Lukas. As Jan said, he's probably the one shooting most videos here of our channel. I've also uploaded a few videos. Maybe I should upload videos more often. But for those of you who don't know who I am, my name is Lukas Bigetti. I come from Brazil, and I'm 27, and I've been traveling the world non-stop for almost 3 years now. And I've been studying languages very actively for 10 years now. So in short, I can say that I tried to learn languages at school. I had languages like Spanish and English at school, and I completely failed both of them. At the time, I liked math, physics, biology, but I really didn't like foreign languages. And I had English and Spanish for 10 years. And when I finished school, I couldn't speak a word of English, and I couldn't speak Spanish either. Then what happened? Then I was still at high school. A friend of mine gave me a book. In Brazil, we have this tradition that we, in the last year of high school, we give each other something that we know that the person would not like. And they knew that I didn't like foreign language, so they decided to give me a Russian textbook. And it's funny to remember this event, because I think that it basically changed my life. After that, when I got this textbook, I found the characters were funny, like the alphabet was different. Then I went home. I wanted to know more about the script. I was not really interested in learning the language. I was just curious about the alphabet. And then when I found a website where I could learn the alphabet, I found another website where you could have language exchange partners. And then on this website, I met people from all over the world. There were people from Germany, Russia, Australia, the US, from many countries. And this is how I basically started my language learning journey. Then, well, obviously in the beginning, I really wanted to talk to all these people, but I didn't speak any foreign language. I could only speak Portuguese. I was already 18, but I could only speak Portuguese. And in the beginning, I had a method that, well, at the time it was better than what I had at school. But when I remember the method I was using back in the day, I wouldn't recommend anyone to do it. So basically, I started by just sending messages to people online, and let's say I would choose 2 people, and then I would send a message to person A. For example, hi, how are you? In Russian or in German or in French or in whatever language I was interested in. And then I would copy the answer, check on Google Translate what it meant, and then I would send it to a second person, and then this person would answer. For example, the first person asks, hey, how are you? And then I will send it to the second person. The second person says, I'm fine, thank you. And you? And then I would also copy it. I would check on Google Translate what it means, and I would send it back to the first person. So by doing that, people were basically talking to each other. And
is that the secret method, Lukas, that you use to learn 20 languages?
No, well, this is how I got started, and obviously this is not the method I use nowadays. But I think that this experience basically showed me that it was possible to learn languages faster and more effective than what I had at school. And I think that I did it for around 6 months. And then after 6 months, I remember as if it was yesterday, I called a friend from the US in the morning. We had a 30-minute chat in English. And then I called another friend in Russia. We talked for about 20 minutes. And that was after 6 months doing that. And then I thought, wow, I've been only studying Russian and English for 6 months, and I can already hold basic conversations with these people. Well, it means that actually I couldn't learn languages at school, not because I didn't have a talent for languages or not because I was a stupid student, but just because the methods were very ineffective. And then my second thought was, well, if I managed to reach conversational level in 6 months, can I do the same in 3 months? And then I started studying a new language. I chose German. There were a lot of Germans on this website, and I was looking for a better way to learn a language faster. And this is basically what I've been doing over the past 10 years. I've been testing a wide range of methods, combining what works, filtering out what doesn't work, And this is basically how I developed this this method, the method 21 hours.
And Russian is one of your best languages, right?
And Russian is one of my best languages.
Maybe we can add that. Lucas, like last year, I went on a tour with Lucas. We gave like master classes in different cities in Russia, and Lucas was, well, he was the main person to go on stage and give a presentation in Russian, all very fluent, you know, did everything in Russian, no problem. And there was like people from the audience asking questions. And recently, Lucas also gave a presentation, like for how many people was that? Like 800?
1,000.
Yeah, in Kyrgyzstan. This was actually for a big company. So yeah, if it's Lucas knows what he's talking about.
It was a little bit intimidating, all those well, 1,000 people, but I think it was a very interesting experience as well.
Hey, maybe Lucas, before we start with the lesson, talk a little bit more about the traditional methods and our methods, and use the presentation for that.
Sure. Yeah, and before I do that, I would like to remind you guys one more time that in order to follow the lesson, and we're starting the lesson soon, make sure that you download the materials so that you can follow the lesson. The materials are, you can find them on the description of this live. Yeah, make sure that you get the PDF so that you can follow the lesson. Now, traditional methods. Yes, indeed. Let me, actually I prepared something here. I can maybe share my screen. Let's see if it works here on Hangouts.
By the way, by the end of this, like also after the lesson, you guys will have plenty of time to ask us questions about our method, about learning Russian, or questions in general. So don't go away. Don't leave us alone. Look.
Yeah. Do you see the?
I can see your screen.
I'm not sure that if you can.
We can see your screen.
Okay.
Just make sure that.
Yeah. So this is basically what I was trying to say, right? So I would like to compare how we usually learn languages at school and how we can learn languages more efficiently. So this is basically how we study language at school. Well, first of all, I have to say that when we study language at school, we're not really studying the language to actually learn how to speak the language. We only learn the language to pass our exams, right? And this is how it usually works. So in the first lesson, we learn some greetings, right? So for example, if we're learning French, we're gonna learn things like bonjour, au revoir, bonsoir, merci, and so on and so forth. If we're learning Spanish, we're gonna learn things like buenos dias, buenas tardes, buenas noches. So basically, we're gonna learn the basic greetings. And if we have a good memory, might memorize all these new words, and then we will be able to say that in our passive vocabulary, we have at least 25 words. But the problem is that the number of combinations that we can make will be 0, right? So we know a few words, but we can put them, we still can put them together. Then we go on, we learn the rules of pronunciation. For example, if you're learning German, you learn that the combination EU sounds like oi, like in the word Deutsch. If you're learning French, you learn that OI is pronounced wa, like in words like moi and toi, and so on. Then obviously in this lesson you haven't learned any new words, so you still, if you have a good memory, you still remember those 25 words that you had learned in the first lesson. But then again, the number of combinations that you can make will still 0. Then you think, well, I can't speak the language yet because I don't know enough words, right? And then what do? You learn more words. So you, for example, learn words that are related to animals. So you learn how to say tiger, elephant, butterfly, fox, horse, cat, dog, and so on. Then you expand your vocabulary. Now you maybe know 50 words, but the number of combinations that you can make is still 0. Lesson 4, you keep learning new words. If you have a good memory, you can memorize all of them, but again, you cannot make combinations. And you see that the vocabulary keeps growing, but you cannot speak. And why can't you speak? Because you cannot make combinations. But then you think, well, I can speak yet. Not maybe you don't realize that you cannot speak because you can make combinations, and you think, well, I cannot speak yet because I don't have my vocabulary is not big enough. So you keep learning more words, right? Then maybe you'll learn the colors. You'll learn words related to jobs: doctor, teacher, engineer, lawyer, and so on. And then the numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, and then you see all these words, and as you learn more and more words, it gets harder and harder to memorize all of them, and then you start looking for techniques to memorize words. Maybe use mnemonics, maybe use associations. You keep learning words, but you can speak, and then you think, well, I can't speak because I don't know the grammar. And then you start learning grammar. And in the case of Russian, I have to deal with not only conjugations, but also the cases. In Russian, I have 6 cases: the nominative, accusative, genitive, dative, instrumental, and prepositional. Then you have to learn perfective and imperfective verbs. Well, the list goes on and on. And then you might get demotivated, right? Because there are so many things to learn before you can actually start speaking. And then I would say, well, I really think that there is a better strategy if you want to start speaking, and not if you not only want to know about the language. Because I think that this is the problem that I had at school. I learned a lot about the languages that we were studying, all the facts and figures, but I was not really learning how to speak the language. Now let's see how we can start speaking the language in 21 hours. To do that, to do this demonstration, I think will be more interactive if I invite my friends Sebastian, Isabella, and Angie.
Yeah, let's just say for people who are just arriving that if you also want to join this lesson, make sure to check out the link in the description. There you can download the materials for this lesson. Basically, without materials, it's going to be difficult to follow. So make sure, go to that link, download the materials, and join this lesson. Yeah, let's Sebastian, I will welcome you to the stage. Can you introduce yourself quickly?
Hi, so I'm Sebastian. I'm from Belgium. I'm 30 years old, and right now I'm living in Romania. And yeah, so I know Jan and Lukas because we've met in many countries before, and I've even traveled with Lukas for a year and a half. So yeah, that's it. And I also speak a bunch of languages that I speak, I would say, at a conversational level. I think my English is pretty fluent, but I also speak like a bunch of Romance languages, like Portuguese, Spanish, and French. French is my native language, and yeah. And then I spent a lot of time in Asia recently, and I was trying to learn Chinese for the past few years. So that's it.
Thank you, Angie.
Hello. My name's Angie. I live in England. English is my native language, and I don't fluently speak anything else, but I've been working with Lukas for a couple of months. I've done the Spanish Boostcamp and the German Boostcamp, and I had tried learning Spanish before using basically all the methods that Lukas was saying before. So I did colors and animals and knew loads of words but couldn't string any sentences together, and I'm really surprised at how much I can now say just through doing the course with Lukas. So that's me.
Great. And today we're going to try Russian, right? A language that none of you have ever studied before.
Absolutely.
So it's going to be a big experiment at the same time. Isabella, what about you?
You unmute me. Hi. Yeah, I'm Isabella. I live in England now, but my native language is Polish. So I live here for over 10 years now, so I speak English pretty well. I wouldn't say perfect. I have some gaps on the basic level. So I also did some Spanish with Lukas. And I really enjoyed the course, obviously. And this is why I'm trying to do this. And also I learned Russian at school. I don't remember anything, so it will be interesting for me just to see, how much I actually remember. I learned for, I think, 6-7 years, ages ago, and I cannot speak Russian. So it will be interesting if that helps or not.
I talked to Isabella recently, and she told me that after she finished, so she did the Spanish boost camp with Lukas, and before she went on a trip to Spain. And Isabella, could you share with us what happened in the airport, when you were flying back and asking for a, because you used some Spanish that you learned, right?
Oh yes. I know from experience, being Polish, I know, when my husband trying, to say a few words in Polish language, I know everyone appreciates that. So I know how the people feel when you're trying to speak their language, even if you're not great. So at the airport, I just said more than hola. I said buenas tardes, ¿cómo estás? Yeah. And the woman thought I speak Spanish, but that was it. I was so nervous. So I asked her nicely, if she could give us the best possible seats. She said the plane is fully booked almost. I said, do whatever you can. And she was clicking. And then we had the extra legroom for free.
So
as I said, people appreciate it when you make an effort.
So that's how learning a foreign language can pay off.
Exactly.
Okay. Well, I hope that you guys are ready, because Lukas has prepared a lesson.
I'd also like to mention that the goal of this course is to reach conversational level in the language. Right? Obviously, in 21 hours, we cannot learn how to speak a language fluently. So, because Angie and Isabella participated in the Spanish bootcamp, I think we finished 2 months ago. Was it 2 months ago? It was 2 months ago, right?
Yeah, I think so.
So before we started, we had a very clear goal, and the goal was to have a conversation by the end of the course, and this conversation should be at least 10 minutes long. And this is exactly what we did. So on lesson number 21, we had a conversation. I think it was even longer than 10 minutes. We didn't use any English. We only spoke Spanish. The goal here is the same. We're going to study Russian for 21 hours. And by the end of the course, we'll try to have a conversation entirely in Russian. So we are not going to use English. We're going to have a conversation for 15 minutes in Russian. Are you guys ready to start boosting your Russian today?
Yep.
Make sure you got the material.
Yep.
Yes. Yes. Make sure that you have the materials, and then we will start. Okay, so we will start our demonstration. So this is how it works. In the first 10 lessons, we learn 20 words per lesson, and then after that, as we start speaking more and studying less, we only studied 10 words per lesson. And by the end of the course, we'll have studied 300 words, and these 300 words will allow us to make more than 10,000 different combinations, which will allow us to actually speak a little bit of the language. Now, the first word that we're going to learn is the word I. And the word I in Russian is ya. Sebastian, how do you say I in Russian?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, very good. Now, the second word that we're going to learn is the word you. Right, so that we can have a conversation. You and I, you and I. The word you in Russian is ты. Sabella, how do you say you in Russian?
Ты.
Ты. Very good. Ты. Okay. Now, what is the word that we could learn now so that we can already make our first combination? Maybe someone can try to guess on the comments. What is the word that will allow us to already make our first combination, will allow us to make our first sentence? Do you know what it is?
And.
Yes, exactly. It's the word and. So that we can say you and I. And in Russian is I. I. And how do you say and in Russian?
I.
I. Okay. Let's review what we know. How do you say I?
Yeah.
How do you say you?
Tu.
Ты.
Ti.
Ты. And how do you say and?
I.
Correct. Sabella, how do you say you and I?
Ты и я.
Correct. Ты и я. Okay. Sebastian, how do you say you and I?
Ты и я.
Ты и я. Yes. In Russian, we can also say the other way around. We can also say я и ты. Я и ты. Okay, now let's learn our first verb, the verb to want. To want in Russian is хотеть. Хотеть. Andrew, how do you say to want?
Хотеть.
Хотеть. Sebastian, I think it's a little bit noisy on your end. Maybe you can
sorry.
mute the mic when you're not speaking.
So, yeah, sorry.
Andrew, so how do you say to want again?
Хотеть.
Very good. Хотеть. Now let's see how we conjugate this verb. I want. Я хочу.
Я хочу.
Я хочу. Very good. And you want. Ты хочешь.
Ты хочешь.
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 Ты хочешь.
Ты хочешь.
Okay. So how do you say I want?
Я хочу.
And you want?
Ты хочешь.
Хочешь. Very good. Now, of course, now we could go on and learn all the pronouns. So I, you, he, she, it, we, you, they, and then learn how to conjugate the verb to want for all the pronouns. But our goal is not to learn as many words as possible. Our goal is to learn as many combinations as possible. And I think this is the key factor of that allows us to speak faster using this method. Okay, Sabella, how do you say I want?
Я хочу.
Very good. Я хочу. And you want?
Ты хочешь.
Ты хочешь. Okay. Now let's try to put everything together. How do you say I want and you want?
Я хочу и ты хочешь.
Я хочу и ты хочешь. Very good. Я хочу и ты хочешь. Next word. To work. To work in Russian is работать. Sebastian, how do you say to work in Russian?
Работать.
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 Very good. Работать. So how do you say I want?
Я хочу.
Я хочу. Yeah, that's correct. Я хочу. And you want?
Ты хочешь.
Ты хочешь.
Хочешь. Ты хочешь.
Very good. Ты хочешь. So how do you say I want to work?
Okay. Я хочешь работать.
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 To work?
Работать.
Работать. And I want?
Я хочу.
Very good. So how do you say I want to work?
Я хочу работать.
Very good. Я хочу работать. Sabella, how do you say you want to work?
Ты хочешь работать?
Yes. Ты хочешь работать. Now, how do you say I want to work and you want to work?
Я хочу работать и ты хочешь работать.
Я хочу работать и ты хочешь работать. Okay. Andrew, I want.
Я хочу.
Я хочу. I want to work.
Я хочу работать.
Я хочу работать. You want to work.
Ты хочешь работать.
Ты хочешь работать. Very good. Let's learn a new word. To study. To study in Russian is учиться.
Учиться.
Учиться. So how do you say to work?
Работать.
Работать. And to study?
Учиться.
Учиться. Very good. So how do you say to work and to study?
Работать и учиться.
Работать и учиться. Okay, so how do you say I want to study?
Я хочу учиться.
Я хочу учиться. How do you say I want to work and you want to study?
Я хочу работать и ты хочешь учиться.
Okay, я хочу работать и ты хочешь учиться. For those of you who are only watching, as you can see, we repeat the same words over and over again, and this is actually what helps us to memorize these words. So you don't have to force yourself and try to remember the words, because they will come many times during this lesson. So you will memorize them almost automatically. Sebastian, to study.
Учиться.
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 Right, you see the stress is on chi. Учиться.
Учиться.
Yes. How do you say I want to study?
Я хочешь учиться.
Хочу.
Хочу, sorry. Я хочу учиться.
Yes, that's correct. Я хочу учиться. Okay, now let's see how negation works in Russian. Actually, it's very easy. We just have to use the word не before the verb, just like in English, actually. So, Sabella, how do you say I want?
Я хочу.
Я хочу. Now, the negative form, I don't want.
Я не хочу.
Я не хочу. Very good. So how do you say I don't want to work?
Я не хочу работать.
Я не хочу работать. I don't want to study.
Я не хочу учиться.
Я не хочу учиться. Very good. And how do you say don't?
Не.
Не. I don't want.
Я не хочу.
Я не хочу. You don't want.
Ты не хочешь.
Хочешь. Okay, now, what if you want to ask a question? Do you want? How would you do that in Russian?
Just change your voice, how it sounds.
Right.
Ты не хочешь?
Yeah, that's with the negative, right? Don't you want? Ты не хочешь? Yes, actually, this is easier than in English, right? So you don't have to add any words. You just change the intonation and you make it a question. So you want is ты хочешь, and if you want to ask do you want, you just change the intonation. Ты хочешь? Sebastian, how do you ask do you want?
Ты хочешь?
Ты хочешь? Don't you want?
Ты не хочешь? Хочешь?
Ты не хочешь? Don't you want to work?
Ты не хочешь работать?
Ты не хочешь работать? Don't you want to study?
Ты не хочешь учиться?
Ты не хочешь учиться? Very good. Okay, time for a new word. The word is where. Где? Где? Well, how do you say Where in Russian?
Где?
Где. Very good. So how do you ask? Where do you want?
Где ты хочешь?
Где ты хочешь? Where do you want to work?
Где ты хочешь работать?
Где ты хочешь работать? How do you ask? Where do you want to study?
Где ты хочешь учиться?
Учиться. You see, the stress falls on chi. Учиться. Could you please repeat? Where do you want to study? Can you guys hear me? Okay. Sabella, could you please repeat? Where do you want to study?
Где ты хочешь учиться?
Okay, где ты хочешь учиться? And how do you ask? Where do you want?
Где ты хочешь?
Где ты хочешь? Where don't you want?
Где ты не хочешь?
Где ты не хочешь? Where don't you want to work?
Где ты не хочешь работать?
Где ты не хочешь работать? Where don't you want to study?
Где ты не хочешь учиться?
Где ты не хочешь учиться? Very good. Okay, time for a new word. Здесь. Здесь means here. Здесь. Sebastian, how do you say here?
Здесь.
Здесь. So how do you say to work here?
Работать здесь.
Работать здесь. Very good. To study here?
Учиться здесь.
Учиться здесь. Okay, so how do you say I want to work here?
Я хочу работать здесь. Хочу, sorry. Я хочу работать здесь.
I want to study here.
Я хочу учиться здесь.
Я хочу учиться здесь. Забелла, а ты? Где ты хочешь учиться?
Я хочу учиться здесь.
Окей. Анджи, ты хочешь учиться?
Хочешь учиться? Я. Хочешь? Я хочу учиться здесь.
Okay. Yes, I would also like to point out that as you can see, even though we only know 9 words, we can already make a lot of sentences. And I would also like to say that in this course, we will also practice. Basically, we'll also practice answering questions, even though we don't know many words, right? So we'll. I just asked Angie, do you want to work? And she didn't know the word for yes yet, right? So of course she could just panic and say, "Oh, I don't know how to say yes," and then she could just say, "Oh, Lucas, how do I say yes?" But in this course, we try to make as many sentences as possible, and also use the words that we already know. So instead of saying, "Yes, I want to work," she just said, "I want to work," which basically also answers the question. Okay. So in other words, we'll also learn how to improvise when answering questions. Okay, it's time for a new word. The word is yes. Yes in Russian is da. And how do you say yes?
Da.
Da. Sebastian, how do you say yes, I want?
Да, я хочу.
Да, я хочу.
Я хочу, okay. Да, я хочу.
Yes, I want to study.
Да, я хочу учиться.
Да, я хочу учиться. Yes, I want to study here.
Да, я хочу учиться здесь.
Да, я хочу учиться здесь. Can also say, да, я хочу здесь учиться. Russian has a very flexible word order. Both are correct. Да, я хочу учиться здесь, да, я хочу здесь учиться. Окей. Изабелла, ты хочешь работать?
Да, я хочу работать.
Где? Где ты хочешь работать?
Я хочу работать здесь.
А ты хочешь учиться?
Да, я хочу учиться.
Где ты хочешь учиться?
Я хочу учиться здесь.
Very good. Я хочу учиться здесь. Okay. Next word. Нет. Нет. Нет means no. And how do you say no?
Is that me? Sorry. Нет.
Нет. How do you say yes?
Да.
Да. How do you say yes and no?
Ди и нет.
Да и нет.
Sorry. Да и нет.
Да и нет. How do you say yes, I want?
Да, я хочу. Да, я
Да.
хочу.
Да, я хочу. How do you say no, I don't want?
Нет, я не хочу.
Нет, я не хочу. Себастьян, ты хочешь работать?
Да, я хочу работать.
А ты хочешь учиться?
Не, sorry, нет, не хочу учиться.
Нет, я не хочу. Нет, я не хочу учиться.
Учиться.
Very good.
Okay.
Very good. Okay. Now, if we want to ask and you, what about you? We say а ты. Isabella, how do you ask and you?
А ты?
А ты? Yes. How do you say I don't want and you?
Я не хочу. А ты?
Я не хочу. А ты? How do you say I don't want to work and you?
Я не хочу работать. А ты?
Я хочу работать. А ты, Анджей, ты хочешь работать?
Я хочу работать.
Где ты хочешь работать?
Я хочу работать здесь.
А ты хочешь учиться?
Я хочу учиться здесь.
Здесь. Okay. How do you say yes?
Да.
Да. Okay. So how do you say yes? I want to study.
Да. Я хочу учиться.
Да, я хочу учиться. Very good. Now, the next word is the word but. And this, because this word will allow us to make more complex sentences. Sebastian, how do you say but in Russian?
Oh, wait, did you tell me? I didn't hear it.
No.
No. Okay. No.
No. So how do you say I want to work, but...
Okay. Я хочу работать, но...
Yes, I want to work, but...
Да, я хочу работать, но...
Yes, I want to work, but you don't.
Да, я хочу работать, но ты не хочешь.
Very good. Да, я хочу работать, но ты не хочешь. Now, how do you say I want to work, but I don't want to study?
Я хочу работать, но не хочу учиться.
Я хочу работать, но я не хочу учиться. А ты, Изабелла, ты хочешь учиться?
Да, я хочу учиться.
А ты хочешь работать?
Нет, не хочу. Не хочу. Не хочу. Я не хочу работать.
Very good. So how do you say, no, I don't want to work, but I want to study?
Нет, не хочу работать, но я хочу учиться.
Нет, я не хочу работать, но я хочу учиться. Very good. А ты, Анджи, ты хочешь работать?
Я хочу работать.
Я хочу работать, окей. А ты хочешь учиться?
Я хочу учиться.
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 Учиться. Yes. You can also say да, я хочу учиться.
Да.
Yes and no, да, я хочу учиться. А где ты хочешь учиться?
Я хочу учиться здесь.
Very good. Я хочу учиться здесь. Like
А ты?
long sentence. О, я не хочу работать, но я хочу учиться. Anji, how would you say it's a long sentence, huh? I want here, but I don't want to study here.
Я хочу работать здесь, но я хочу... Я не хочу учиться здесь.
Very good. Я хочу работать здесь, но я не хочу здесь учиться. You see, we have only studied 13 words, but we can already make such long and complex sentences. Very good. It's time for the new word. The new word is почему. And it means why. Почему? Sebastian, how do you say why?
Почему?
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 Why do you want?
Почему ты хочешь?
Почему ты хочешь? Why don't you want?
Почему ты не хочешь?
Почему ты не хочешь? Why don't you want to work?
Почему ты не хочешь работать?
Почему ты не хочешь работать? Sebastian, почему ты не хочешь работать?
Wait, wait a minute. Do we know because or?
Yeah. So yeah, this is exactly what I want to know. So how can you answer this question without knowing how to say because?
Can you ask the question again, please?
Почему ты не хочешь работать?
Wait. I don't know how to answer that question without because.
Well, I think that if you just say, потому что, sorry, if you just say, sorry, if you just
wait a minute.
Я хочу учиться.
Throw a second, please.
Я хочу учиться.
Okay. Я хочу учиться.
Учиться. That's the message. Я хочу учиться.
Okay.
Okay. Let me see if Jan is still here, because it's already 8 o'clock. We'll still finish the lesson for sure. Just checking if Jan is still around.
I'm here, Lukas.
Yes.
First of all, I have to say that you guys are all doing very well. I think that most of you are doing better than I was doing when I got started with Russian. I started learning Russian myself like 2 years ago, and unfortunately, we did not have this Boostcamp yet. So you guys are cheating a little bit, but I would do the same if I were you guys. Great job so far. I'm receiving a few comments, or I saw a few comments of people who want to know how they can participate. Let me just share my screen with you guys. By the way, we will continue the lesson in like 5 or 10 minutes. Let me show you how you can participate for the ones who are also interested in learning Russian, and the people who like this method. Let me see. Screen share. I should be sharing my screen now.
Wow.
Yeah, so guys, if you want, by the way, if you want the materials for this lesson, then go to the link in the description. And if you click on that link, you will get to this page and you will be able to download the lesson materials here. Okay. How do we make this full screen? I think we are there. Okay, so for you guys interested in this program, this is actually a demonstration, a demo lesson, but we're going to start the full bootcamp this Friday. Now, the total program consists of 21 lessons. We are going to do 3 lessons per week on Monday, Wednesday, and on Friday. Each lesson will be around 15 minutes. And as you can see, the lesson will be in small groups of 3 to 5 participants online here on Google Hangouts. There will be 21 lessons, and the whole program will last for about 7 weeks. And as you can see, of course, you will have to study by yourself because that's how you get the best out of this course. But during the lessons, we focus 100% on speaking. Lukas is only speaking small part of the time. Most of the time it's the students who are actually speaking, because we believe that you can only become really good at speaking a foreign language if you speak a lot. So we are not going to do much of the talking during the lesson. That is valuable time that you need to practice your Russian skills. So what does this program, what are you going to get if you sign up for this Russian bootcamp? Well, 21 highly effective online lessons. We're going to broadcast the lessons live 3 times a week, and then you will also get the materials. So you will get an ebook with the vocabulary of this course, and you're also going to get a second ebook with which we call sentence builders. And in sentence builders, you're also going to get many example sentences with the vocabulary that you are learning. So just learning vocabulary from a list is very difficult, doesn't really work. But if you see it in sentences, in different sentences, like all the time, it's a good way to practice your memorization, basically. And it helps to memorize words if you learn all these sentences as well. And of course, you also get the MP3s with native audio recordings. Anastasia, who was here in the beginning at this hangout, she did all the recordings for us. So if you have watched our YouTube channel, LanguageBoost Russian, before, then you're already familiar with her sound. And Lukas is not a native speaker. He almost speaks at the native level. But just to be sure, we have also included native audio recordings of all the words and all the sentences so that you can practice after the lessons as well. So yes, the live lessons, 2 ebooks, native audio, and then we have also included Anki decks. So for those of you who are not familiar with Anki, Anki is an app that you can download on your, either on your computer or on your smartphone, and it allows you to study content using spaced repetition. We talk a lot about what spaced repetition and Anki is on our YouTube channel. It's basically an app that helps you to memorize the content that you learn in our courses. It's a very effective way of learning. So we have also included Anki decks for those people who like to work with Anki. And why not invest in a skill? We all do. We go on holidays. Actually, I'm on a holiday right now, and I think it's good to relax a little bit. So now and then, of course, you spoil yourself a little bit, but why not invest in a skill? I mean, how cool would it be to go to Russia and talk to the Russians in their own language? Or maybe you're going to Ukraine or one of the STAN countries, like so many countries where they speak Russian, even in countries like Georgia, Azerbaijan, and Armenia. I did visit those countries, actually, and using Russian was very helpful and really changed my experience in those countries. So why not invest in the skill? By the way, this, got many questions like, okay, is this Boostcamp something for me? Well, as you could see from this demonstration, it's like we start at a very low level. Someone asked, is it like Glossica? Well, the big difference between our program and Glossica is that this program is really for people who want to start from scratch. Like Glossica is good. Actually, I have used Glossica myself many times. But it does not, it's not really like for complete beginners. The vocabulary that they're using in the first like 100 or 500 phrases is not always very basic, and he'll also start using grammar from the beginning. We don't do that. We first start with the vocabulary, then we start making combinations with that vocabulary that you teach you, and slowly but surely we start implementing simple grammar rules as well. So it's really for those who want to learn Russian from scratch, or who have studied some Russian, know some words, but have never really been able to make sentences and hold simple conversations. Well, there is lots of people who have studied languages with us before using this method. We did Spanish Boostcamp, we did German, and we did Portuguese. We did, what else did we do? We did French. And this is actually the first time that we're going to do Russian. We've also, by the way, done all these Boostcamps for Russians, so in the Russian language. Lukas was teaching in Russian. But this is the first time that we're offering English to the, that we are offering Russian for the English-speaking audience. We have many testimonies that you can see on our website. This is one I really liked. Nico, who learned Spanish with us, he said, here in Finland, we have the best education system in the world, but learning Spanish in this Boostcamp felt like a total new experience. I'd never thought that I could learn a new language so fast. Yeah, I think it was a pretty nice one to share with you guys. So what are you going to get? 21 lessons, ebooks with vocabulary, then the MP3 native recordings, the MP3s with native with native recordings of Anastasia, and the Yankee flashcards. They get a total value of $326. But the real question is, how much is it worth for you to travel to a Russian-speaking country and use the local language and basically transform your travel experience? Or maybe you want to learn Russian. Maybe you have a Russian husband or girlfriend or wife, and how nice would it be to speak Russian to his or her family? What is it worth for you? We are starting the Boostcamp on Friday. We are offering the package now for $99. After Friday, the price will go up to $147. So you need to be quick. And we have added, as always, well, not as always, but for today, we have added a few bonuses. So for the ones who want even more than this, we have included, if you order today, you're going to get LanguageBoost Russian as well. In LanguageBoost, you'll learn the most important vocabulary of the language that you want to learn. In this course, we teach the 600 most important words in Russian. In the LanguageBoost, we don't focus so much on making combinations with the words that we teach you, but this is a good tool to use after you finish the bootcamp to further expand your vocabulary and get more example sentences. We also use some more complex sentence structures, so this is a great course to use after you finish the bootcamp. The value is, we're selling this course for $59, but you get it entirely for free if you sign up today. So you get the whole thing, 21 lessons, the ebook, the ebooks, MP3 files, Anki deck, LanguageBoost Russian for $99 if you sign up today. And for the first time ever, we have a cooperation with my dear friend Connor Klein. And Connor is actually someone who inspired me to start learning foreign languages many years ago. I met him at a conference. It was like the first polyglot conference ever in Budapest 5 years ago. And Connor, a few months ago, he launched his course, his video course, Language Up Your Life. And in this video course, Connor basically shares with you how he turned how he became, how he turned, how he went from being a monolingual back in Ireland to a polyglot, like a real world citizen who speaks more than 10 foreign languages. Connor takes you on his journey, how he went from being monolingual to being a real polyglot, and he shares his best tricks and techniques with you to learn foreign languages. I find Connor is very good in, well, not only in front of the camera, but he's also very good in analyzing like the whole process, how you learn languages. He has interviewed world's most successful language learners, and in his video course, he shares with you his best tips and tricks on learning a foreign language. This is worth it. This course, he's at the moment he's selling this course for $300 and I think it's almost $350. But if you order today, yes, exactly, you're gonna get it entirely for free. So here is the list. This is everything you're gonna get: 21 video lessons, the ebooks, MP3 files with native recordings. You're gonna get the Anki flashcard deck, Vocab Booster Russian, and on top of that, Connor's video course, The Language of Your Life, total value of $734. Today, you're gonna get the whole package for $99. For those of you who want to be actively participating in the lesson, so who want to, I'm just going to stop sharing my screen and I'm going to show myself again. Yes, I think. Yes, I think I'm back. So for those of you who want to participate live in the lesson, like Angie, Isabella, and Sebastian, we also have like VIP program for you. It's a little bit more expensive. If you click, or more expensive than $99, but also if you sign up today, you're going to get all those bonuses. So click in the link in the description for the whole offer. You can see like we have a page there with all the, like everything summarized that I just mentioned. You can see all the benefits of the course. Also, the pricing is there. So make sure to click that link if you're interested. And then we are looking forward to seeing you on Friday when we're going to get started with the Boostcamp. If you have any questions, feel free to let me know in the comments here. Lukas is going to continue the lesson, but I will be around to answer all your questions that you guys have in the chat. Also, after we finish the lesson, Lukas and me are going to be here to answer some more questions that you might have, okay? So that was it for now. Feel free to check it out. Go to the link in the description if you want to claim all these bonuses, because we are going to start this Boostcamp very soon on Friday. Lukas and the rest, I wish you guys good luck. Udachi.
Okay, thank you, Jan. Thank you. All right, so let's very quickly review the words that we have studied so far. Let's start with Isabella. Isabella, how do you say I in Russian? I think you muted your microphone, so maybe you want to unmute your microphone first.
You muted my microphone. Yeah.
So how do you say yeah? Okay, and how do you say you?
Ty.
Ty. Very good. How do you say and?
I.
I. How do you say you and I?
Ty I ja.
Ty I ja. To want.
Хочет.
Хотеть.
Хотеть.
I want.
Я хочу.
Я хочу. You want.
Хочешь.
Ты хочешь. Angie, to work.
Работать.
Работать. To study.
Учиться.
Учиться. I don't want.
Я не хочу.
Я не хочу.
Я не хочу.
And how do you say I don't want to work?
Я не хочу работать.
Question, where?
Здесь.
This is here. And where?
Где?
Где? Very good. Где? Where do you want to work?
Где ты хочешь работать?
Very good. Где ты хочешь работать? Sebastian, how do you say here?
Здесь.
Здесь. Very good. How do you say but?
No.
No. Yes. So how do you say I want to work, but I don't want to study?
Я хочу работать, но не хочу учиться.
Very good.
Учиться.
Я хочу работать, но я не хочу учиться. Okay. So how do you say why?
Forgot that one. Sorry.
Почему?
Почему?
Почему? Okay, now we're going to learn the word that you wanted to know. Because. Потому что.
Потому что.
Yes. How do you say because?
Потому что.
Потому что. Because I want.
Потому что я хочу.
Потому что я хочу. Because I want to work.
Потому что я хочу работать.
Потому что я хочу работать. Because I want to work here.
Потому что я хочу работать здесь.
Да.
I think Jan has to maybe turn off his mic, right? Wait.
Yes, I will mute his mic.
Yeah. Thank you.
Sabela, а ты? Ты хочешь работать?
Да, я хочу работать.
Почему? Почему ты хочешь работать?
Потому что я не хочу учиться.
Я не хочу работать, потому что я не хочу учиться. Very good. Angie, how do you say because?
Потому что.
Потому что. Because I don't want to work.
Потому что я не хочу работать.
Потому что я не хочу работать. And how do you say because I don't want to study?
Потому что я не хочу учиться.
Excellent. Потому что я не хочу учиться. Okay, new word now. When. Когда. Когда.
Когда.
Когда. So how do you ask, when do you want?
Когда ты хочешь.
Когда ты хочешь. When do you want to work?
Когда ты хочешь работать.
Когда ты хочешь работать. Isabella, how do you ask, when do you want to study?
Когда ты хочешь учиться?
Very good. Когда ты хочешь учиться. Sebastian, how do you ask, when don't you want to work?
Когда не хочешь работать.
Когда не хочешь работать. Or когда ты не хочешь работать. In Russian, you can drop the pronoun if you want.
Okay.
Just like you did, yeah.
Yeah, I didn't realize that. Yes.
Yeah, but it's fine. Okay, next word. Сейчас. Сейчас means now. That's the answer of the question. When, right? So now, сейчас. So how do you say now?
Сейчас.
Сейчас. I want now.
Я хочу сейчас.
Я хочу сейчас. I don't want to work now.
Я не хочу работать сейчас.
Не хочешь? Почему? Себастьян, почему ты не хочешь работать сейчас?
Потому что не хочу.
Потому что я не хочу.
Не хочу, sorry.
Потому что я не хочу. How would you say, I don't want to work now because now I want to study?
Не хочу работать сейчас, потому что сейчас я хочу учиться.
Very good. Я не хочу сейчас работать, потому что сейчас я хочу учиться. Very
Учиться.
good.
Мгм.
Next word. Мне. Мне means to me, for me. Well, to me. Мне. And how do you say to me?
Mnie.
Мне. Yes, it's for me.
Das mnie.
Да, мне.
Da,
Мне.
mnie.
The word it is, but we'll soon learn it as well. Okay, so to me it's мне, and to you it's тебе. How do you say to you?
Is it zibie or tibie?
Тебе.
Tibie.
Тебе. So how do you say to me and to you?
Tibie I mnie.
Тебе и мне. You can also say и тебе и мне. Like and to you and to me. Very common to do that in Russian. You put the and not only to connect мне and тебе, but also in the beginning. И мне и тебе. Okay, and now the last word, today's last word, нужно. Нужно means it's necessary. Нужно. Isabella, how do you say it's necessary?
Нужно.
Нужно. It's necessary for me. Or to me, it's necessary.
Мне нужно.
Мне нужно. Yes, and this is how you say things like I need or I have to. So how do you say I have to work?
Мне нужно работать.
Мне нужно работать. I have to study.
Мне нужно учиться.
Мне нужно учиться. I don't have to work.
Мне нужно работать.
Мне не нужно
Мне не нужно.
работать.
Мне не нужно работать.
Мне не нужно работать. I don't have to work. I have to study.
Мне не нужно работать. Мне нужно учиться.
Мне не нужно работать. Мне нужно учиться. Very good. Sebastian, how do you say I want to study, but I have to work?
Хочу учиться, но мне нужно работать.
Я хочу учиться, но мне нужно работать. I want to study, but I have to work now.
Хочу учиться, но I want to work.
Yeah, I want to study, but I have to work now.
Хочу учиться, но мне нужно работать. Now, yes, сейчас, okay. I forgot сейчас.
It was to study, right? So let's try again. I want to study, but I have to work now.
Хочу учиться, но мне нужно работать сейчас.
Very good. Correct. Okay. Although you can drop the pronoun in Russian, I think that in Russian, just like in Portuguese, we usually don't drop the pronoun. So it's like, for example, in Spanish, you almost always drop it. In Russian, not so much. Okay. Себастьян, ты хочешь работать?
Нет, не хочу работать сейчас.
Почему? Почему ты не хочешь работать?
Потому что мне нужно учиться.
Окей. А где ты хочешь учиться?
Я хочу учиться здесь.
Окей. А ты, Изабелла, ты хочешь учиться?
Да, я хочу учиться.
Угу. А ты хочешь работать?
Не, я не хочу. Нет, я не хочу работать.
Почему? Почему ты не хочешь работать?
Потому что я хочу учиться.
Угу. Угу, потому что ты хочешь учиться. Окей. А тебе нужно работать?
Не, мне не нужно работать.
Угу. Нет, мне не нужно
Нет,
работать.
не нужно.
Окей. Анджи, ты хочешь работать?
Я хочу работать.
Окей. А ты хочешь учиться?
Я хочу учиться. Я хочу
And now that you know the words yes and no, try to use them. I will ask you again. Анджи, ты хочешь работать?
Я да, я хочу да, да, я хочу работать.
Окей. Где? Где ты хочешь работать?
Здесь.
Здесь.
What is it? Oh, here.
Yes.
Работать здесь.
Угу.
Okay. Нет. Я не я хочу здесь.
Я хочу работать здесь. Окей. Я хочу работать здесь. А
Yeah.
ты?
Да.
А ты хочешь учиться?
Хочешь учиться? Да. Я хочу учиться здесь.
Да, я хочу учиться. Я хочу учиться. Maybe without the word here because I'm just asking if you want to work or not. Right? So let me ask you again. Ты хочешь учиться? I'm asking if you want to study. Ты хочешь учиться?
Да, я хочу учиться.
Окей. Где? Где ты хочешь учиться?
Yeah. Я хочу учиться здесь.
Окей. Себастьян, тебе нужно работать?
Нет. Не, no. Не мне нужно работать.
Мне не нужно работать. Забыла, а тебе? Тебе нужно работать?
Нет, мне не нужно работать.
А ты хочешь работать?
Да, я хочу работать.
Окей, когда? Когда ты хочешь работать?
Когда? Я хочу работать здесь.
Не где, а когда? Когда ты хочешь работать?
Я хочу работать easy.
The question is when, right? Когда? Когда ты хочешь
Сейчас.
работать?
Oh, yeah, so I forgot.
Сейчас.
Сейчас. Я хочу работать сейчас.
Я хочу работать сейчас. Okay. Okay, I think that was the demonstration. As I said before, the goal of this course is to hold a 10 or maybe even a 15-minute conversation by the end of the course without using English. But as you can see, after lesson 1, we can already hold mini conversations in Russian, like maybe a 30-second conversation in Russian. Of course, it will, as we learn more words and we learn more combinations, we'll be able to speak longer. We'll be able to have more interesting conversations. we only learned 20 words, but we can already make more than 100 different combinations, and I truly believe that this is what make us to speak a language, right? I think that well, almost every week I give presentations in Russian, and people keep asking me the same question over and over again. Lucas, how many words do I need to know in order to speak English or Spanish or German or whatever? And I truly believe that the secret to learn to language learning is not about how many words you know, but how many combinations you can make with the words that you know. And that's how this method works. Thank you, Isabella. Thank you, Andre. Thank you, Sebastian, for your participation. We will continue on Friday, right? With we'll officially start our bootcamp. And now I will answer, together with Jan, we'll answer the questions that people are writing on YouTube. I'm glad to see that 23 people are watching us, and we have 17 likes. So it looks like the class was a success. Once again, thank you all. Now we'll answer the questions. Jan, if you're there, we can continue.
Yes, I'm here. It's almost getting dark here at the Azores. At the Azores, Lukas is in Russia at the moment. I think the sun has already set there. I'm not yet.
Oh, I just wanted to mention that as we said before, the lessons are 50 minutes. So as you can see, we started at 8:30 and now it's 9:30. So it was exactly 1 hour. So we had a little pause in the middle where Jan spoke for 10 minutes. But can you really see that one lesson accommodates very well in 50 minutes?
Yeah. So if some guys ask us, like, or sometimes you do get this question, like, is it really possible to speak a language in 21 hours? Are we going to be fluent? There are so many language courses that say fluent in a week, fluent in a month, fluent in whatever. That's not the goal of this course. Reaching fluency in a new language takes time. I think the question is how to get there, like, in the most effective and efficient way. And that's what we are doing in this bootcamp. So in this bootcamp, we are really learning, as you just saw, the vocabulary that you need for your first conversation. So how much can you learn in 21 hours? Well, as you just saw, the students will already be able to hold, I don't know, 20 or 30 minute, conversations, maybe interactions in Russian. Imagine if they knew 21 times more words, and I don't know how many more times of combinations. In 21 hours, Lucas, what are the students going to be able to do after 21 hours?
They'll be able to hold a 10 or even a 15-minute conversation entirely in Russian without using any English.
So they're going to be able to talk about who they are, what the name is, like the family situation, maybe that they want to go on a holiday to the country where the language is spoken. They can ask questions.
They'll be able to explain why they are learning Russian.
Why they are learning these kind of things, yeah.
So yeah, it's more than just learning ¿Dónde está el baño? Right? Where's the toilet? Or
yeah, exactly. It's more than a phrase book. Because that's more than a phrase book. Do, right? Like, you learn fixed sentences, but people are not able to make combinations. So yeah, once you finish our bootcamp, you're actually able to make sentences by yourself and hold simple conversation with local speakers in the country or wherever you are. Yeah, so let's...
There are more questions than I thought.
Yeah, wait a moment, guys, just to be sure that everyone knows how they can sign up for this. So again, we are starting on Friday. So you have only 2 or 3 days left to sign up. We have 2 programs. There is like the watch or watch only package. So basically you're gonna get access to the live lessons. We're gonna broadcast all the lessons live 3 times a week. You're gonna be able to, you're gonna get all the materials and you're gonna be able to study by yourself and also watch the videos so that you can practice with the students, but you're not going to be live in the Hangout. In the active package, the VIP package, you're also going to be in the Hangout with Lukas and the other students, and you're really going to be able to practice your speaking skills and also going to get feedback on your pronunciation. So this is for the VIPs. For the ones interested, I'm just going to share the offer one more time, because if you sign up today, you're going to get a lot of extra bonuses. And then after that, we're going to get all the questions that you guys might have. Lukas and me are going to stay for a while, I guess.
You know, Jan, Harry here is asking, I can see how quickly someone could learn to speak. My concern is when things get a little more involved. That's to say, to conjugate the verbs correctly, to put nouns and adjectives into the correct case, and so on. Yes, I firmly believe that just understanding, sorry, my lamp is in front of me. I firmly believe that only learning the rules is not enough, right? So for example, if I'm speaking Russian and I know that after the preposition with, which is in Russian is s, if I know that after this preposition I have to use the instrumental case, even if I want to say something very simple like I want, some super simple like I work with my brother, I'll have to think, okay, with is the preposition s, which means that I have to use the instrumental case, and brother is a masculine word and ends in t, so I have to add the ending om. Okay, so it's s bratom, but the stress keeps on the letter a, so it's bratom. You know, during a conversation you don't have time to think about all these things, right? And that's the reason why we do all these drills in the course. So I'll ask the students to translate. How do you say with my brother? Okay, so now how do you say with my friend? Okay, so now how do you say with Jan? Okay, so now how do you say with Lukas? Okay, so now how do you say with my teacher? Okay, so now how do you say with my lawyer? And after doing all these drills, when you have to speak Russian, you won't have to think about, okay, so this is instrumental case, I have to use this case, because you have practiced and you have drilled this grammar patterns so many times that it becomes second nature, and you don't have to think about it.
Okay. Yes. So how can you participate? One more time. 21 highly effective online lessons 3 times per week. We're going to broadcast the lessons on Monday, Wednesdays, and on Friday. Then you're also going to get the ebook with vocabulary and another ebook with the sentences, so that you can see the vocabulary in lots of sentences. It's easy to memorize the vocabulary that way. You're going to get MP3s with native audio recordings, the Anki flashcard decks. Someone asked if the flashcard decks do include audio. Yes, flashcard decks do include the words, example sentences, and also the audio. So we have like a deck for every lesson, so that after you finish every lesson, you can keep practicing the words on Anki, so that you don't forget, and for the next lesson, of course. If you sign up today, we're going to give you a few bonuses. LanguageBoost Russian. In LanguageBoost, you learn the 600 most important words in Russian. Lukas and me, we have manually selected this vocabulary. As Lukas explained earlier today, in the Boostcamp, you're going to learn about 300 words. In the Boostcamp, we put the most focus on making combinations, drills, practicing, and almost mastering like sentence structures of basic Russian, I should say. But in LanguageBoost, we teach more vocabulary, and also the sentences and the example sentences in this course are a little bit more advanced. So this is a good course to use after you finish the Boostcamp. We're selling this for $59, but you're gonna get it for free if you sign up today. And on top of that, for the first time ever, I think this is the craziest offer that we have made so far. Is that if you sign up today, you're also gonna get the SAR Experiences, a language up your life video course. And this video course is currently being sold for $350. But you're going to get this course entirely for free. Connor is going to show you how he turned into how he went from being a monolingual Irish guy from the countryside in Ireland to a multilingual world citizen. And Connor has interviewed world's most successful language learners and also speaks many languages himself. He has always been a great inspiration for me. He was someone who inspired me a lot to learn foreign languages. In this course, you get the best tips and tricks on how to become a pro, how to master language learning, basically. So you're gonna get everything. Total value of $733. If you sign up today, you're gonna get all the bonuses for free, and you're gonna get it for the special price of $99. We're gonna start this boost camp on Friday, and on Friday we're gonna raise this price to $150 or $147, and you're not gonna get all these bonuses anymore. So a one-time offer. If you want to sign up, check out the link in the description. All the information is there one more time, and then Lukas and me are looking forward to seeing you in our boost camp on Friday. If you guys have any questions, then Lukas and me are here, and we're happy to answer all the questions that you have.
Yeah, that's many
questions. Okay, we have lots of work.
And it was difficult to answer the questions during the presentation. So if we haven't answered your question yet, please just copy and paste the question one more time.
Yes. Any questions? Let us know. We are here. I'll go through the comments. Maybe I can see some questions that we haven't been able to answer.
Question mark. Have you tried to read the Russian books? It's good to see that people are also interacting
yeah, they are.
with each other.
Andy Roberts is in the house as well. He's answering many questions for us. Thank you, Andy. Yeah, guys, are you still there? Let us know if you have any questions. We don't see any new. Jan, what is Glossica?
Yeah, Jan is asking what is Glossica.
So Glossica is well, I think the best thing is to check it out. It's basically, I think they are glossica.com. It's Glossica. It's with the K in the end, not a C. What is Glossica? It's a course existing of 3,000 sentences. The sentences start, how do you explain it? The sentences start really easily, and then gradually the sentences get more and more complicated. And they also make use of spaced repetition. So spaced repetition is also a technique that we use in our Boostcamp. Glossica uses the same technique. So it basically means that you see the same sentences, or at least the same structures, again and again and again. And you see the words over and over again, but in slightly different sentences. And that's a very good way to actually learn new vocabulary.
Yeah, I think Glossica was trying to bridge the gap between A2 and B2.
Yeah.
So I think that Glossica is actually a very good course to that would complement our bootcamp.
We're really focusing, like here in these bootcamp, we really focus on beginners. So it's basically from people who want to learn from scratch to, I think it's like from A0 basically to A2, right?
Right.
Okay. Jan, if you are not available for any live broadcast, can you watch a recording of it? Yes, Harry, for sure. So you're going to get access to all the videos after we finish the videos. We will upload them onto our platform together with all the materials, the Anki decks, everything is there, and you can watch the lessons whenever you like.
Mm-hmm. And the course is yours for
it's lifetime.
Right. It's a lifetime course.
You get access to the course for the rest of your life, or at least our lives, I hope. As long as Lukas and me stay at home. Yeah. Any other questions?
But also like to say that in the beginning we did a lot of translations, as you have probably noticed. But as soon as the students learn more and more words, we translate less and less, and we speak more and more.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Questions?
Yeah, I don't see any more questions.
Preguntas? Vопросы?
有问题吗？要么慢台。I think was it Lukas? I think.
Yes, I think it was it. Thank you everyone for your participation. Well, I would like to invite everyone to participate in our Russian on Friday.
Also, if you...
So make sure you claim your spot, and yes, Jan.
Yeah, also for the ones who arrived later and still want to watch this lesson, then you can just watch the replay of this live stream basically, and you can also get the materials for lesson number 1 entirely for free. Just check out the link in the description. You can get the materials over there. And then Lukas and I are looking forward to seeing you in our Boostcamp that we're going to start on Friday. You can sign up by clicking the, I think it's the second link in the description.
And is asking, you're planning on a Brazilian Portuguese? Yes, after Russian, I think that Brazilian Portuguese will probably be the next language.
We have already done it in Russia,
the next
for the English.
Yeah, last year I taught Brazilian Portuguese, but it was for the Russian market. It wasn't for our Russian audience. It was in Russian, but now after this Russian bootcamp, we'll probably launch Brazilian Portuguese for English speakers as well. So stay tuned.
Thank you. Bye bye.
Yes, thank you everyone. See you on Friday.
Ciao.
Пока-пока.